Welcome to today's evening news wrap up. Let's go ahead and dive into some of the top stories making headlines. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon believes that the incoming administration's focus on deregulation will stimulate economic growth and benefit businesses. He argues that the regulatory pressure over the past few years have hindered investments, and the shift towards deregulation will be a powerful catalyst for investment. However, Solomon also warns that the new policies need to be balanced carefully to avoid potential negative impacts on growth. President Joe Biden is taking credit for the current ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, despite the critical role played by President elect Donald Trump. Biden's recent comments on Hamas have been widely criticized as ignorant and out of touch with reality. Many believe Biden's foreign policy decisions have been consistently flawed, citing examples from Afghanistan, Syria, and Gaza. Incoming National Security Advisor Mike Waltz stated that President elect Donald Trump plans to target paramilitary gangs operating at the U.S. Mexico border. Waltz emphasized the need to address these heavily armed organizations, which control significant portions of the border and pose a threat to national security. He also mentions that Trump's administration will take aggressive actions against criminal gangs terrorizing U.S. cities. Dave Chappelle returned to the SNL stage with a sharp suit and searing jokes, touching on topics like the presidential election, LA fires, and President elect Donald Trump. He wished Trump success in his second term, urging him to have empathy and do better next time. Chappelle also shared his thoughts on the negative comments about celebrities losing their homes in the wildfires and his support for Haitian immigrants. TikTok users in the US celebrated the app's quick return after a brief shutdown thanks to President elect Donald Trump's promise of a 90-day reprieve. The app, which has over 170 million users in the US, faced a ban due to concerns over Chinese spying. While many rejoiced, some users expressed relief at the temporary ban. Alexandria Pelosi, daughter of former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, criticized outgoing First Lady Jill Biden, comparing her to Shakespeare's Lady Macbeth. Alexandria suggested Jill should focus on her husband's legacy and noted that Nancy Pelosi remains one of Joe Biden's few supporters. Jill Biden had expressed disappointment over Nancy Pelosi's involvement in the Democratic revolt against President Biden. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, emboldened by Donald Trump's presidency, has vowed to expel George Soros organizations from Hungary and urged European patriots to do the same. Orban criticized the Democratic Party and U.S. Ambassador David Pressman while expressing optimism for Hungary's future under Trump's influence. He also highlighted Hungary's economic plan and the importance of energy security. President Donald Trump's transition team has asked senior career diplomats to step down ahead of his inauguration. Trump aims to replace them with officials who align with his vision and goals, as he believes the current diplomats undermine his previous administration. This move has caused concern among Washington, D.C. bureaucrats who fear it may signal more significant changes to come. President Donald Trump's first official trip after returning to the White House will be to Los Angeles, which has been devastated by fires. He has blamed California Governor Gavin Newsom for the destruction, citing water restrictions as a contributing factor. The fires have destroyed hundreds of thousands of acres and left at least 27 people dead. Steve Bannon, a former advisor to President-elect Trump, called Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg a criminal during an interview on ABC's This Week. Bannon criticized Zuckerberg for his involvement in the 2020 election, referring to the term Zuckerbucks and suggesting a systematic adjudication to investigate the matter. He clarified that he was not calling for the Justice Department to prosecute Zuckerberg, but wanted the House or a special counsel to look into the 2020 election. A massive Arctic blast is sweeping across the United States, putting 70 million people under winter storm warnings. The storm is bringing rare winter conditions to southern states and significant snowfall to major northeastern population centers, creating hazardous conditions along the I-95 corridor and inland regions. Temperatures are expected to drop as low as minus 55 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas, with dangerous wind chills extending as far south as Oklahoma. The European Union is demanding that Elon Musk reveal the secrets of social media platform X's algorithm amid an investigation into the company. This comes after Musk endorsement of the Alternative for Germany (AFD) party and EU regulators intensifying their investigation over potential violations of Digital Service Act (DSA). The EU requires X to submit internal documents concerning its recommendation algorithm and provide data for examining its content moderation strategies. The tech world is anticipating the release of a PhD level AI capable of performing complex human tasks. OpenAI is expected to unveil this breakthrough soon, with CEO Sam Altman set to brief U.S. government officials in January on January 30th. This AI could revolutionize fields like health, science, and education by enabling deep research and productivity growth. A New York driver frustrated with Easy Pass tolls and congestion pricing has started a petition to change the system, which has already gained over 7,000 signatures. The petition highlights issues such as excessive late fees and calls for greater transparency and fairness in toll pricing. Many New Yorkers are struggling with the high cost of commuting, leading some to reconsider living in the city. You can't really blame them. Los Angeles residents protest outside Mayor Karen Bass' home, demanding her resignation due to her handling of the recent wildfires. Critics argue that Bass was absent during the crisis and had previously cut the fire department's budget, leading to inadequate resources. The wildfires have caused significant damage and many lives lost and thousands of structures destroyed. Well, that's all for today's news wrap up. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.